Welcome, esteemed members of the Whatever You Need community, to a sanctuary where we dissect the nuance beneath the noise. In our frenetic digital age, where the currency of celebrity is often measured in the relentless volume of constant uploads, the breakfast photos, the gym selfies, the minute-by-minute narration of existence, we have become accustomed to a deluge of content. We are drowning in presence, yet starving for meaning. Today, however, we turn our gaze toward an anomaly in this landscape of overexposure. We examine a figure who has mastered the profound art of absence. To hear the name Barış Arduç is to immediately conjure an image of poise and formidable intensity, a countenance that manages to harbor both inviting warmth and impenetrable reserve in a single, arresting glance. If you appreciate deep dives into the psychology of fame and the power of quiet authenticity, make sure you are subscribed to our channel. For those who wish to aid us in our mission to bring you these detailed narratives, the join button awaits your patronage, and your likes are the fuel that keeps our dedicated team moving forward. Now let us step into the quiet, curated world of Barış Arduç. From the very genesis of his career, Barış Arduç has sculpted an aura that is unmistakably his own, defying the modern mandate that demands performers transform their daily routines into consumable content. In a world where his contemporaries seem driven by a relentless clock that dictates it is time to post, Barış has consciously chosen the path of restraint. He does not flood our feeds with the mundane ephemera of life. He does not offer a running commentary on his every waking hour. Yet, paradoxically, it is precisely this calculated absence that renders him more present in the collective consciousness than the most prolific influencers. His digital silence is not an emptiness. It is a canvas waiting to be painted upon. Consequently, on those rare occasions when he chooses to break the seal of silence, be it a single photographic frame, a concise line of text, or a simple greeting, the digital sphere instantaneously illuminates. This reaction is not born of flashy editing or high-production spectacles, it is born of scarcity. His followers do not treat a notification from him as a mere update to scroll past. They receive it as an event, a precious artifact, a fleeting glimpse behind a heavy velvet curtain that gently opens and then, just as softly, closes again. This inherent magnetism, this fascinating economy of expression, was significantly intensified by his recent portrayal of Esref Tek in the series Esref Rüya. The character itself, a man of supreme confidence, compelling depth, and layered complexity, imparted to the viewing audience the palpable sense of a person who could communicate volumes without uttering a single superfluous word. It was a performance where the silence between the lines spoke louder than the dialogue itself. Interestingly, this fictional persona seemed to bleed into, or perhaps reinforce, his actual digital existence. Followers began to interpret his sporadic social media activities through the lens of Esref Tek, viewing them as pieces of an elegant mystery, recognizing a seriousness that is occasionally undercut by profound tenderness, and appreciating a dignified reserve that imbues every action with deliberate intent. Nothing feels accidental in his sphere, every move feels like a piece placed thoughtfully on a chessboard. Let us pause here for a moment of reflection with you, our Whatever You Need family. In an era where we are conditioned to share everything instantaneously, how does this level of restraint make you feel as a fan? Does his withholding of information make you feel more intrigued, or do you sometimes find yourself craving the constant connection offered by other stars? Furthermore, considering the intriguing dynamic he shares with Elçin Sangu. A partnership defined by incredible chemistry yet guarded by fiercely protective walls around their private lives. How do you interpret their shared commitment to privacy in such a public industry? We are eager to read your thoughtful analyses in the comments section below. Indeed, the fascination surrounding Barış is inextricably linked to the narratives projected onto the silent spaces he maintains. The conversation around him almost invariably touches upon his connection with Elçin Sangu, a partnership that captured the public imagination from its inception due to their undeniable talent and grounded charm. Yet, even with the intense, often overwhelming curiosity surrounding their dynamic, Barış remains steadfastly careful. He is protective not just of his own peace, but intentionally shields Elçin as well, refusing to feed their private lives into the insatiable conveyor belt of content. What he chooses to share is scarce, thoughtful, and meticulously curated, akin to carefully selected pages from a rare, beloved book that he does not wish to see creased by careless hands. This disciplined approach yields two profoundly powerful results. It preserves the sanctity of their personal realm, and it transforms every public post into a significant occasion. For an audience utterly saturated by overexposure, this discipline feels like a lungful of fresh mountain air. While others are broadcasting morning to midnight sagas, turning wardrobe fittings into daily episodes, Barış prefers the power of the unposted moment, the strategic hush that resonates louder than any shout. This philosophy of meaningful presence was demonstrated with crystalline clarity when November 24th arrived. Teachers' Day is an occasion that typically generates tidal waves of online tributes. Lovely, well-intentioned, but often generic quotes, throwbacks, and formal statements that blur into a homogeneous stream of obligatory sentiment. Very few of these posts leave a lasting mark on the psyche. Yet, Barış Arduç did, almost without fanfare. He posted a message to teachers that was as calm as a steady breath, and as deeply personal as a hand placed over the heart. The profound effect of this gesture did not stem from elaborate filters or performative spectacle. It emanated from the man himself and the simple, undeniable fact that he so rarely speaks in the online domain. When he does, the immediate question echoing through the community is, why now? His accounts have become more than mere timelines. They are curated rooms where silence and intention meet to create impact. The reaction to his November 24th post was immediate and visceral. For many observers, it felt as though the dignified, compelling character of Esref Tech himself had stepped out of the frame to offer a solemn salute to the educators of the world. Digital pundits frequently discuss the economy of scarcity, the theory that the rarer a commodity, the greater its perceived value, and the higher the anticipation for its arrival. This is precisely the emotional landscape his followers inhabit. Each appearance transforms into a shared vigil, a communal burst of energy, comments, and theories that is simultaneously intimate and vast. The November 24th greeting didn't just passively collect likes, it sparked a nuanced discussion about what it means to post with genuine purpose. Teachers, who so often are the recipients of mass-produced, hollow words on commemorative days, felt seen, in a fundamentally different way through his intervention. The result of this singular, measured post was a cascade of genuine gratitude, a ripple effect of shares, an unexpected viral swell, and a renewed sense of tenderness for the men behind the roles. Comments from educators flooded in, carrying emotional weight. For Barış Arduç to post on Teachers' Day is an honor, some wrote, their words carried and shared across platforms. It feels sincere because he doesn't post just to be seen. Another noted with poignant clarity, it felt like a private greeting. What might be a routine social media obligation for others became, in his capable hands, a profoundly meaningful gesture. This is the true strength of his method. Even without constant stories, without a daily feed, without turning his life into a continuous stream, Barış has built an online phenomenon, not the usual noisy, omnipresent kind, but one that is precise, influential, and measured not in volume, but in resonance. This unique style shapes how his community relates to him, and keeps his presence iconic, without ever teetering on the brink of overexposure. With each careful appearance, he provides a masterclass in modern celebrity, reminding us that you do not need constant noise to make a lasting sound. What is required is meaning, a core of unshakable authenticity, and a strategy that trusts the audience enough to listen in the quiet. Scarcity is the easy word to describe it, but what sits underneath that scarcity is trust. The trust that the audience will wait, that they will not require being spoon-fed every hour, and that intention can still move a crowd more effectively than volume. His post did not shout for attention, yet it made room for a chorus of shared experiences. It opened a space where people brought their own memories of the teachers who changed their paths, the classrooms that felt like second homes, and the mentors who believed in them. That is what presence with intention can achieve. Every choice he makes, what to share, what to withhold, and how to honor others, builds a narrative of supreme respect. And in our current time, when feeds feel crowded with endless performance, that respect reads as something exceedingly rare. As we close this chapter on the compelling quietude of Barış Arduç, we are reminded that sometimes the most powerful statements are the ones delivered in a whisper. We hope this deep dive has provided you with a new perspective on digital presence. If you enjoyed this analysis here on Whatever You Need, Please do not forget to like this video and share it with others who appreciate substance. Ensure you are subscribed so you never miss our future explorations, and consider hitting that join button to become a crucial part of our inner circle, supporting the creation of more in-depth content like this. Until next time, embrace the quiet, seek the meaning, and remember that we are here for whatever you need.